I had to put 2 in the salt, free-range chickens, because a 50 kg bag of maize and ground maize is at 1,000 rand, and I pay they eat and create more chicks. It calls for a cow. Today I have to eat meat. Come rain or shine. In this box, 2 chickens. Them reproducing at great numbers is not a problem, but whenever you want to catch one, it's one hell of a task. As you can see, almost the whole field is covered with healthy free-roaming chickens, but bring what they love and watch them come in. But it seems they don't suffer from empathy or sympathy, easily stepping over a chick and moving on. But my plan failed because none of them came, but only the sheep and the goats came. That simply means I should come up with a different approach, because this initial plan has failed, because I tried calling the chickens and the chickens are not coming. So I'm gonna figure out how to catch them. I need to catch 2 of them instead of sheep. I need to catch them. So the only problem is that these roosters are not in the coop now. They didn't come, they didn't follow when I was feeding them. So I'm gonna have to gather them all. But as luck would have it, the first one came in running and the stubborn white one was very skeptic. At some point you would think that these things have a sixth sense and know when something is gonna be wrong. But on catching one, I decided to let him go and get a bag, and I feel the need for meat in the extremes because I had eaten meat from the last hunt back home. But as luck would have it, when I came back from the goats had pushed out of the gate and forced themselves inside the chicken coop and wreaked havoc, and now they are all out and I have to start all over again. It eventually happened, because now if they're out, then I'm gonna be able to entice the chickens to come in, and then I'm gonna be able to grab one of them. We can safely say we should celebrate that small victory, as the last stubborn one is coming, but not until the fat lady sings, the axe is sharpened and the water's boiling. Now here's the problem. While plucking the feathers, you have a limited time, and then now these are 2 chickens. So the problem is, one has become cold. When the body temperature of the chicken drops, the feathers stick to the chicken hard. So even if you boil water and reboil the water, it's going to be hard for you to pluck it. As hard as that was, I was able to win anyway, but you can never be able to eat a chicken the same day as you plucked it by hand. Bleach will help with the smell for sure. But there's still meat. But let's rewind. Last time we had been, I was out of town and eating Great Duiker meat back home. And you wonder, when did I leave home? Well, I left in the afternoon and drove back straight to PE. But on my way, if you know anything about the great Xhosa prophet Nzikani, who is famously known for the great prophecy of the coming settlers by boats, his memorial site is close to my house back home. Those hills and valleys is what I call home. For me to come back to PE, we crossed great rivers that flow all year round. The sun set and morning came with a feeling of... Today, I woke up feeling like a lot of meat, but KFC was not going to do it for me today. The issue is that I had arrived very late and I put all the meat in the freezer, and now it's solid as a rock. The wild game that we are able to hunt in accordance with the hunting proclamation often gets very skinny and needs a separate source of fat. I always store sheep fat for exactly that purpose, and my favorite spice to season the meat with is a local spice and onions that I have available at the moment. Once that's done, it's a combination of peppers and onion. But because this was a ram duiker, it's gonna have a musky smell to it unless you pre-boil the meat, drain the water out, and then you can start. You let it boil, and then once it's boiling, you take out the water and drain it, and then put on your fat, sheep fat, and a combination of your spices, seasonings, and peppers that I put in. It's a bit hard and it's making me sweaty even now, but the taste is gonna be amazing because it's extremely lean meat combined with fat. So even the sheep fat has a sweet taste to it. I don't know what causes it. You would swear that they feed on blueberries or some sweet sauce or thing. But on to the next video.